What's the most heartbreaking thing you've ever seen? 2 years ago, I was working as a volunteer in a local hospital. I was just trying to provide some help for people there. But one afternoon, I was assigned to the pediatric ward where I met a boy who was 7 years old. He had been there for weeks, fighting a terminal illness. Every time I see him, I find him still full of energy and always smiling. He was always telling me how he couldn't wait to go back to school and play soccer with his old friends. But one day, I walked into his room and noticed something different. His usual cheerful parents were sitting there with red and puffy eyes. The boy who used to always greet me with a loud hi, he barely could lift his head up. But when I talked to him, I realized that Adam was afraid of not being able to go back at home again. Later that day, the doctor came in and spoke to his parents. I wasn't close enough to hear what being said, but the look on their faces was enough to understand. They were told that there was nothing else that could be done, so they just held into each other like they were the only things that prevented them from collapsing. But in the following day when I came in to see him, Adam's room was empty. I found out later on that he passed away in the early hours of the morning. So if you're a good person, ask God to grant Adam the heaven in the comments.